There we are. Welcome everyone to Tuesday's pop-up Q&A. It was an exciting weekend launching my book. For those of you who missed out on all the good excitement, this is the book that just got launched, Access Your Ultimate Power, the Blueprint to Infinite Intelligence. So there will be a link there is a link in the link tree, both in Facebook and Instagram if you haven't gotten the book and you'd like to get it. So that is still available. And while we're waiting for people to show up and post their questions, I'll let you know, in case you also missed out, who the winners were. We had a drawing. We picked 3 winners that won a vibrational altitude report. So this vibrational altitude report measures about 40 calibrations without knowing anything about you. And it measures the your temperature, basically where you're at. And you know where you're at. And I also tell you all the places you can go to clear all those energies. So 3 people were able to win that. One was Anthony Josie, Ellen Bird, and Nakatha Kobia. So I think Nakatha is from Africa or South Africa. And then we did have a grand prize winner for the $750 grand prize, which was a month-long support of being able to work with me one-on-one. So that grand prize winner went to Bobby Jonas. So congratulations to all of you winners. Thank you to everyone who participated in that. That was great. Nice having you here, Crystal. Okay, great. We already have questions. I love that you guys are on top of it. That way we can spend more time looking at what it is you want me to look at. And the beauty of all of this is that now that you guys have my book, it's going to be a lot easier for you to understand what I'm talking about when I talk about layers and chakras and where to go and all of that. So it'll be way easier. We'll be on the same language path. All right, let's see what Lighthouse Graphics has to say. They say they have a pain or discomfort in their back. Is it an emotion? Well, let's check and see what it is. So in your back, so right around lower back, it's your lower back, like your lower back. There is a fear entity that's plugged into that. Hey, Pete. So I'll help you release that. This fear entity is plugged right into your second chakra. And then it goes out all the way out to the 15th layer. So this is very much in line with the energy that's on the planet right now. And the 1%, that oppressive influence that everyone feels on the planet, I just refer to them as the 1%. They use these fear entities to try and control humanity. So I'm going to help you bring in this fear entity from that 15th layer, and we're going to pull it all the way into the core of your second chakra, and then we're going to lift it up and out. So let's see what it's affecting in your second chakra, because there's a lot that goes on in this powerful energy transformer. So they've put a lot of anger and rage in your space. So you might notice if you're angrier than normal, or maybe than you want to be. So that's not your anger. That's the good news, is that we can let it go as we release this guide. So let's just pull that all the way into the core. You can just dump the anger down your grounding. And then we're going to pull that up into this third chakra, right at your solar plexus. It goes out to the 3rd layer. So it's also affecting your power. Maybe you've been feeling a little more tired than usual. Maybe no motivation, or maybe even a little depressed. So again, not your energy. And it would be helpful if you let us know if this is accurate, if if you can relate to what I'm talking about. As I pull this up into your heart, it goes out to that third layer of your aura. And so this would relate to proving your worth and your value. And so this is the hamster wheel that the 1% likes to put us on. That's a free-range slavery program. There's really nothing to prove. We're already worthy and enough and lovable. So we're going to pull these judgments out of your heart, all the ways you're making yourself wrong. As we pull this up into the throat, out to that third layer. So they also don't want to hear what you have to say. And we're going to pull this up into the 6th chakra, right behind your forehead. And this goes all the way out to the 15th layer. So this is, the 15th layer is all of the 1% beliefs. So all the beliefs that keep this in place, that keep you feeling angry or maybe even fearful. You also have a fear of the future. So you've probably, been watching a lot of what's going on out there and all the uncertainty it creates. You might want to take a news detox and just stop watching everything that's going on. It's all designed to keep you unstable, to pull you out of your core, which is where all of our answers are. It pulls you out of your core, out into all the distraction, so that we are not grounded and aligned in our energy field. Okay, let's pull this up into the crown, where it goes out to that third layer. And this is where they kind of own you, at the crown, or just lift that up and out of the crown. So let us know if taking this out, this fear entity, has shifted any of that pain in your back. Maybe my guess is that you wouldn't feel it anymore, but I'll let you tell us what's going on. All right, thanks for asking. Let's see what else we have. Yeah, so Lighthouse, if you can let us know if that affected anything. So Crystal, can you please scan me? We were not invited this year to my families for a Thanksgiving dinner, and I feel okay, just want to make sure I'm not holding on to anything, and we may space. Oh, and my we space. Okay, sorry. Okay. Well, let's check your we space first. So when she's talking about her we space, she's talking about a space that is where you hold relationships. So it could be an intimate relationship, a relationship with a specific person. So we're checking her we space and making sure it's grounded. And energy coming down the backside is good, coming up the front. Circle of reciprocity is good. And as far as the not being invited to Thanksgiving, it doesn't look like it's really affecting you in your energy field. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's affecting you. So wouldn't take it personally. A lot of people are kind of containing themselves this year just because of everything that's going on. And others could care less because they know it's not what it's portrayed to be. But that's for you to decide. I'm not here to tell you what to do. Okay, great. Erica, this is very accurate. I have been angry. Okay, so Erica, was that you, the lighthouse? Let's see. Lighthouse graphics. Okay, good. This is very accurate. I have been angry lately with the kids and that they're raising. These are adopted children. They're leaving tomorrow, and you're glad. Okay. I don't know if this is a permanent leaving. They've been a handful. Thank you so much. So the question was, okay, so yes, you're the lighthouse one, so the one we're releasing the fear entity out of. So, and does your back feel better? That would be also helpful to know. Okay, Crystal, thank you. I feel relaxed and at peace. Great, awesome. Let's see what Facebook has. Carmen, do you have a question? Please advise to clear my abdominal pain. Okay, great. Yes, very accurate. Okay, well, let's check Carmen's abdominal pain and see what she has going on in there. So there's no cords. I was just feeling for cords. As the energy comes down your backside, it stops right at the back of your solar plexus. So that's definitely going to affect that whole area. So that's the part of you that's feeling powerless. It's there's a lot of fear in this. So you have some fears that's holding you back. And energetically, it's creating constriction there. That's what fear does, is it contracts, constricts energies. And then when we energetically, that starts to happen in the body, it creates physiological problems. And so this is why you're feeling the pain. Now, again, I'm not a doctor. I'm just giving you my energetic perspective. So always consult your doctor. I just have to say that. So there. So now it's moving in the backside. And then as it's coming up the front, it's getting stuck right at your lower belly in that solar, in the second chakra. Let's see. And that goes out to the 15th layer. So that would be affecting, the 1% would be affecting, let's see. It's putting a lot of anger in that second chakra. So you might notice if you've been angry, Carmen, more than you'd like or more than usual. And yes, when we're feeling powerless and held down and not stepping into our ultimate power, that can cause us to feel really angry because we know that there's so much more available, but we can't quite get to it. And so that can be really frustrating. So we're just dumping that anger down your grounding, and then, okay, so now it's stopping at the solar plexus in the front, where it goes out to that third layer. So this is more of that stuck energy where it's like your power has been shut down, your engine has been turned off. So we're just going to pull this energy, this constricted solar plexus, which is going to mean that you're going to have to work really hard to get things done. If this wasn't cleared, maybe you've been experiencing that, where you have to work really hard to get things done, pushing, chasing, forcing, as opposed to allowing things to come to you, right? It's a completely different paradigm. It's a much easier paradigm. Okay, great. So now that's feeling better, at least energetically. Let us know if that pain is subsiding. Okay, good. So now that central orbit is now clear and moving. You still have some energy at the solar plexus, so we're just going to pull that into the core. Take a deep breath and just let that go down your grounding. Yeah. Okay, great. Excellent. So Carmen, let us know if that feels any better. Yeah, you're just being affected by these outer energies, and that fear was contracting you and causing the tissues to actually, they stop like connecting to each other, and the messages stop firing, so it creates physical pain. All right, great. Let's see what else we have here. Lynn, also a new person. Welcome. Let's see, what clearing would benefit me at this time? Well, let's take a look, Lynn. Thanks for asking. And it's also really nice to hear where all of you are calling in from, because we have people from all over the world. Roma's from the UK, we have people from India and Australia and Africa and Canada, all over the world. So it's nice to hear where you're from. All right, so we're looking at Lynn. What would benefit her? Right now, you're working on some energy in your heart. And it's where you're being really hard on yourself. You're making yourself wrong, like being really angry at yourself as a way to try and motivate you. And so this is obviously not very helpful. So I'm going to help you release some of those energies, those judgments in your heart. Thanks. We have BC, Canada showing up here. Thanks for letting us know. Connecticut, California. Great. Awesome. All right, Carmen, and I mean Lynn. So let us know if what I'm saying is accurate. These self-judgments. Okay. Also, right at your solar plexus, you're also feeling that powerless energy. So it's like you're beating yourself up for not being able to do whatever it is you want to do, desire to do, have, intentions of doing, but it just like the big wall shows up, and then you can't move past that, and then you make yourself wrong and you beat yourself up. So let's pull in this energy at your solar plexus. And Jacksonville, Florida, welcome. Feisty beast. Michelle. Okay, great. So Lynn, okay, good. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. And also your root chakra out to that third layer. So this is that other place where you're feeling kind of powerless, afraid to step into your power. And so you can see how all these three pieces kind of work together to make you feel like you're not quite on target, not quite where you'd like to be. So when you're afraid to step into your power, and then you don't have any power accessible, you start making yourself wrong and beating yourself up. So that's like the cycle, this vicious circle of energy that you're kind of caught in. So yeah, if you want to learn how to run your energy every day, the book is going to have the meditation in there, the 20-minute meditation, and illustrations and everything you need so that you can, like, all you guys can start doing this for yourself. So the link is in the bios, both Facebook and Instagram. Hey, Roma. Nadine, Cindy, nice to have you here. So Carmen says, thank you so much. Colon area is very painful, stomach with nausea. Like, so even right now, I've been very angry and frustrated. I was off for years, down and depressed, constantly tired. Yes, it's feeling much better. So the little bit of work that we did in just those few minutes, she's really thanking me. And so she's from Saskatchewan. Yes, anyway, Canada. Well, welcome, and thank you for joining us, Carmen. Check out the book. It's also available as an ebook. So let's see. We have snowy Michigan. It's already snowing there. Ontario, Canada, Chicago, Illinois. Excellent. Yes, the book is out, Miss Ilea. You missed all the excitement on Friday when it was launched. We've already announced some winners. We had a great drawing, and the book is available. So hop on that link in the link tree, and I'm sure Roma will post it here as well, so that it will make it easier. So the thing that we're also doing today is we're starting to add people to a tribe that we've created, the Access Your Ultimate Power tribe. And so everybody that's purchased the book, all you have to do, if you've already sent your receipt, then you don't need to do it again, but just email your receipt to support@KimberlySherry.com, and we'll add you to the group. Now, there's been a few people that I've looked for, and for whatever reason, Facebook does not connect us, even though we're friends. So look for a private message from me, or send a message and send a request. I'll send you the link, and then you can join in. All right, what other questions do we have? All right, thanks, GFog. I love your meditations. I have skipped yours and started others, and results are few. You have skipped ours. Oh, I see. So going back to your clearings. Well, great. I'm glad you had a chance to compare. I mean, that's always great information, right? Trying new things, what works. And sometimes this will work for a while, and then like you'll need a break. And I know it's very common, because this is really powerful work, that you'll go into like a growth period. And so stepping back is kind of a way of slowing down the growth sometimes. And so, there is no right or wrong way. But I personally believe that the closer you can stay to doing these meditations on a daily basis, the more you're going to start aligned every single day, which is why we have the 33-day meditating group that we do. That will be ending on December 18th. So probably won't be starting another group until January. So keep an eye out for that. If you'd like to join us for these daily meditations, I'm in the background, not only walking you through this 20-minute meditation, but we're also looking for outgrown guides, fear entities, cords. And then, as the group progresses, then we're able to get to other things and look at other things, other energies. How much martyr energy do you have? How much fear are you carrying? How much anger are you holding? We work on different avatars. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, avatars, it's all explained in that last couple chapters of the book. I found some really fantastic ways more recently of how to use the avatar. Recently started using it on a client who was sexually abused, which is very common for especially women. Of course, it happens across the board, but so we put up an avatar for her inner child, and we found heaps of energy that were not in her energy field. So it's very fascinating. So we, little by little, we've been clearing out that, and so that's an ongoing process. She's a longer client, so we get to work over it over a longer period of time. All right. Okay, Mercury. I guess this is Michelle. Mercury, you feisty beast. What clearing do I need? Let's see. Okay, 7, 6, 5. At the heart. All the way out to the 25th layer. So that's a lot of fear. That fear of opening that heart all the way. And when we start to do that, it kind of opens up Pandora's box, doesn't it? Because that's usually where we hold a lot of pain, a lot of judgments, a lot of, times from the past. It holds a lot of history of pain. And so when we open Pandora's box, it can be kind of painful. So in your case, you're holding a lot of fear in there. So I'll help you release some of that fear. So you do have a fear of being loved, as well as a fear of being unlovable. So those are two different energies, subtly different, but different. And a fear of not being good enough. So that not enoughness will translate across the board into, can translate into not enough love, not enough money, not enough time, not enough support, etc. Okay, there we go. Just dropping all those judgments down the grounding. Excellent. And then also in your second chakra, in that lower belly, out to the third layer. So that's connecting your power to this second chakra, which processes a lot of energy. So in your case, This would be your creative energy. So wanting to connect what you want to create, your desires to create, the power's been disconnected here. So we're just going to dump that down your grounding. And so, oftentimes when we create things, we attach our own value to it. Like if they don't like what we create, we take it to mean that they don't like us. And so the two are unrelated, but being that you're working on a lot of stuff in your heart, that might feel like it's the case. So we just cleared that energy out of that second chakra so you can create more powerfully. Awesome. Welcome, and thanks for asking, Michelle. Okay. Miss Silea, could you check and see what areas in my energy I need to work on? Okay, let's see. Actually, the first thing that's showing up is right at your crown, out to the third layer. So this relates to giving yourself permission to basically giving yourself permission. So right here at your crown is where you access your permission. It's also where we have a direct connection with pure source energy. So giving yourself permission to actually allow pure source in to really help you, guide you, direct you. So we're going to pull in that energy at the crown. Lifting that up and out of the crown. Excellent. 7, 6. And then at your heart, out to that third layer. So these are the ways that you make yourself wrong, judging yourself. A lot of self-judgments. But the good news is that they're not yours. You can let them go. So that's what I'm helping you do, is let go of the judgments you're ready to let go of. Sending that down your grounding. And for those of you who have already received your book, like I have not even received, some of you have received your book before even me. And I know some of you are reading it. So it would be really helpful for those who haven't even gotten the book or maybe don't even know anything about it. Maybe you could just share briefly, even just a sentence, what you're experiencing, what you're learning, what you think about it. And then you can copy and paste that to a review on Amazon. Okay, so we're just releasing this energy out of the heart for Miss Xylea. 7654. And then one other thing is your circle of reciprocity. So you're a great giver, but you need to allow the receiving so that you don't blame your partner or other people for not giving to you. It's all about you allowing the receiving. So let's open that left hand. So you bring in this energy up your left arm. So it's come up to the elbow. Okay, good. Up to the shoulder. And then down through the front and back of the heart. So it's creating a circle. And then simultaneously through the throat and that sixth chakra and the crown and all of your rings, even if you don't know how many you have. Okay, great. So that looks a lot better. So there you go, Miss Xylea. It's Jeanette. Okay. Well, I was still connected to the Mercury Feisty Beast. Thanks for letting me know, Jeanette. Okay, good. Any other questions? Let's see what we have over here on Facebook. Cindy says she loves the book so far. Great. And Lynn, who we were clearing, I think we were clearing a pain in her stomach and the nausea, said it's much better. Great. And very accurate. Stephen from Virginia Beach, thanks for joining us. She just got the book. Okay, great, Carmen. I'm glad. Yeah, and so everything I talked about will start to make more sense now once you start reading the book. Great. I'm so happy that you'll really benefit from it. And Sydney says it's very inspiring and easy to follow. Very good. Okay, Cindy wants me to check her avatars. So we have several for her. So we had one that had related to selling her home. So she's moving and selling her home. And so that avatar is looking really good. Actually, the circle of reciprocity in that is a little bit stuck, or slow, I'll say. Okay, there. Because you want to be able to receive the sale, the profits of your sale. Okay, so that's good. Then you also have a wee space, so your new partner. So that looks good so far. And the central orbit, giving and receiving. Yes, okay, good. So that looks good. And then we'll look at one more, the one with your daughter, who's not happy about the move. Okay, so let's we'll just clear that. Make sure that's clear. Yeah, when we move, it disrupts a lot of places we've been rooted to, and a lot of people that have been rooted to us. So as that energy comes down the backside, right at that second chakra, this is the anger. So we'll just drop that down the grounding cord of the avatar. Great. And then we're going to bring that up the front. So right at the solar plexus, it also stops out to that third layer. So, yeah, so this is where the relationship feels like it's like come to a standstill. Okay, good. And so as we bring that up through the solar plexus, heart, up and out through the layers of the aura, we'll clear the third layer because there's a lot of effort in there. You know, where she'd like to control what you're doing. Okay, good. Okay, good. So the rest looks really good. Excellent. So for those of you who are new to this whole infinity system, this is the infinity system with the infinity scale. I've been doing this for years, so I can do it really fast. But at least you'll be able to understand what I'm doing better once you have the book, so that'll be a lot easier. Okay, thanks for the book. Very affordable. Yes, it is, especially the ebook. How can you be presently clear and the avatars be different? Great question, Stephen. I don't know. It's something that fascinates me endlessly. I can't give you a specific mechanical answer. I just know that it works. So every time we, wherever we're working, like we can clear our root chakra. Maybe we found some energy there and we clear it. But then we start thinking and we have a specific intention. Maybe we have an intention that relates to now work, or maybe relates to a person. And so we might find new energy in the exact same place because we have a different intention. I'll just share real briefly an experience I had with a woman that was dying of cancer. Her husband brought her to me back when I was doing body work. And she didn't want to be touched, so I only worked on her energy field. And I cleared the first layer. So my hands are basically moving the same place, same distance from her body. So I clear the first layer, and then I have a new intention to clear the second layer. My hands are moving in the same place, but they find all new energies because I have a new intention. So I clear the second layer, Now I have a new intention to clear the third layer, packed full of energy now. So, and I went through all the layers of her aura, and I was thinking, oh my goodness, I don't know how this woman does this. And then realizing, she's dying of cancer. So, anyway, that just goes to show you how things can be different just because we have a different intention. And so the great thing about avatars is it's a great way of working on parts of ourself that may be very charged, or that we just might have a hard time looking at it. And then once we create an avatar and it's outside of us, it's out in front of us, we're a little bit more removed from it. And so it's easier to be a little more detached from what we're actually finding. So it's a really fascinating tool and really a powerful tool, because we can use it for anything. We can use it for anything. I've used it for people in their retirements. Of course, we already know that we use it for the we space, that relationship space, and so that could be all kinds of relationships. I've used it for people going into surgery, this inner child, which is a great new fascination. Selling or buying a car, that would be another great one. It's endless. It's pretty endless as far as the things that you can. So it would be great once you're added to this new book tribe, the Access Your Ultimate Power tribe, is to maybe start sharing some of the ways that you use Avatar, and how it's helping. So because I'm going to be learning a lot of things from all of you. This book is basically lays a foundation. It's very foundational. And so Spirit wanted me to get it out, not only so the foundation can now be laid, but now I can start stepping into newer things. More information can be downloaded. And then also, all of you can see how you can expand this work. So it's like a growing, living piece of work that will be molded and shifted and grown and morphed in all the ways that you use this tool, this foundational tool. So I'll be excited to learn some new things from you guys as well. Okay, great. Let's see what else. You're welcome, Stephen. Any other questions? Nadine, hers arrived today. I know, I'm waiting for mine. I just have this one that is it's the version that is unbound. So I don't even have the book yet. Okay, great. Okay, just checking for some more questions. Okay, let's go over here to Instagram and see if you guys have questions. Jeanette. Okay, so GFOG, I'm keep forgetting Gonzalez. I've forgotten your first name. Your journey through Peru and its application to Hawkins Scale, amazing to break through new levels. Yes, that was so exciting. I didn't even think it was possible when I came out of the jungle, and the numbers were now high, So, and it just continued to go from there. So the rest is history. How can you use your avatar for Gabriel? Yes, thank you. That's right. I knew it was a G, but I forgot. So, Miss Ilea, how can you use the avatar for pregnancy? Perfect. This is a great way, our new suggestion. I have personally not used it for pregnancy, but this is how I would do it. You create an avatar, and in the rings of the avatar, you're going to put how you want your pregnancy to be, how, maybe with ease and grace, and obviously healthy, and what would be the opposite of no nausea. You don't want to put the word nausea in there. So, and you don't want to put no morning sickness in there. We don't want morning sickness in there, but you get the idea of the opposite of that, a healthy, vibrant pregnancy. Um, so all the intentions that you want to put in for this pregnancy, that it goes full term, that the baby is healthy, um, whatever else you want. Uh, so you'd put all of your intentions into the creative rings, and then you would run the energy through the whole thing. So if the first thing I would do is to make sure that it's grounded, which it is. And this would be even if you want to get pregnant, like you haven't even gotten pregnant yet, but you desire to be pregnant, then you create an avatar for that desire, right? And then once you get pregnant, then you can create a new avatar for the actual pregnancy, the duration of that pregnancy, and on and on. So your pregnancy avatar, this is great, is clear, and the energy coming up through the legs is clear. But you do have some worry in this. So this would be a great thing to do, is to take the worry out of your pregnancy or the desire to get pregnant. So it goes out to that third layer. So this is the powerlessness. Maybe there's a worry, I don't know if I'll be able to ever get pregnant. And so if you keep worrying about that, then you'll be good at creating that. So just send that worry down the grounding. So you want to get pregnant. Okay, great. And so then that desire to be pregnant, to be a mother and have a healthy child, is you put all that up in those rings. And then coming down through the rings is good. 7, 6, 5. So there's some energy at the heart. So maybe, I don't know, you wonder if you're going to be a good mom. I don't know. Whatever kind of judgments you have in here about getting pregnant or being a mom or anything like that, put that in this avatar. Just clear that out. I don't mean put it in. We're going to put the intention of clearing that out. There. Okay, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. And then as we bring this up the front, right at the throat, out to the third layer. So this would relate to all of the cells in your body that need to communicate in order to make this process happen. You want good communication. You want everybody talking to each other so they can make that party happen. Whew. Okay, great. And then as we bring this energy up through the throat, 6th chakra, crown rings, great. Aura. Okay, good. And then the circle of reciprocity. Okay, cool. So that was a great example of the things I'm going to love hearing about in this new tribe, as all the ways that you're going to use the avatar and all the success or challenges that you're having applying the infinity system. So good. Thanks for joining us, Sacred Partner. Do you have a question? We've been entertaining a lot of questions here. Just want to make sure that if I missed anything. Okay, let's see if I did MJ. Okay, so I did miss this one. So Smiles MJ says, I've had some frustration come up and a bit of anger with masks now being mandatory in all retail. I just want to deal with it in a healthy way. Well, let's see what's getting triggered in you. That's really more important than how I deal with masks. Anyway, 7. So in your 6th chakra, there's some beliefs out to the third layer. So that belief that you're being held down, that you're losing your power, all of that is here in that sixth chakra. So the thing that helps me manage masks, which I absolutely detest, because I know they're completely worthless, and it's purely a way of testing people's compliance. So one of the things that I do as far as like beliefs, what do I believe that helps me navigate through this, is that this is all temporary. This is temporary because the longer this goes on, the more actual numbers and statistics come in that are, and tests and studies that are going to show how worthless all of that is. So it helps me to know that this is only temporary, and as this whole system, medical system, government system, all of these things as they're crumbling, that this takes time. And so we do need some patience while it's all unraveling. So we're just helping you take those beliefs out of that sixth chakra. And then down in your root chakra, out to that third layer. We're just going to pull in that energy there. That's more of that fear of stepping into your power. So I do know, I haven't tried this. I wanted to, but I haven't done it. I do know of one person that would wear a sign when she would go into these retail places and say that that says that she has a medical exemption to wearing the mask. And then when they ask her what it's for, she lets them know that the HEPA regulations don't allow her to disclose what that is. So if you wanted to go that far, that would be up to you. And so we're just clearing out that powerless energy that you feel in your root chakra. Okay, good. Let's see where your anger levels are. They're at 0. Great job. That anger wasn't yours. All right, thanks for asking. Okay, let's see if we have some more questions. We've got only about a few more minutes here. And okay. Okay. And I know, the masks are frustrating, right? Great. Yes, what is it triggering in me? Well, what it's triggering is what I just cleared. It's that feeling of being powerless. So we are, we are not really powerless. We have a choice whether or not we're going to go into that store or not. We can choose not to even go. We can always go somewhere else. Or we can make it a choice that we're consciously choosing to use the mask for this small amount of time, the few minutes that we're in the store. For those of you who have to wear a mask while you work, I have no idea how you guys do that. I personally could never do that. So hats off to you guys. But, it's all about standing up. The more people that start to stand up for what's right. And like I love that video that I saw about the NHS woman in the UK who got in trouble for taking a picture, a screenshot of the actual numbers in the hospital, and then she posted it to Facebook. So she obviously got in trouble for that, but she was quitting publicly, that she was saying she was quitting because she is not willing to keep telling people lies. Well, the lie was that here they are shutting down the whole country, and there were only 3 cases in her hospital. 3 cases, and those weren't even deaths. Those are just 3 cases, right? Maybe they didn't even die. So she was tired of the game, and she also mentioned that during the height of the pandemic, that they were sending people home because there wasn't enough work. So that this more and more people, whistleblowers, are coming out who are standing against the system, and the more of us that do that, the better for all of us. Yes. Okay. Good. Yes, it is a great thought, right? That it's all gonna go by the wayside. All right. I'm not seeing any more questions, so unless so I will be back on Friday for Friday's inspiration. I have not decided what I'm going to talk about. Let's see. I think I did. I had a thought. Hang on. Maybe I'll just have to wait and see what Friday's inspiration is going to be. But on Friday, we'll be doing Friday's inspiration, where we're going to be doing a nice long meta clearing on a certain subject. And it's always inspiring and super helpful. Here it is. The 5 stages of leaving the global cult. That's good, because we're all, those of us who are waking up, we're either already out of the cult, and and also how do we help others get out? How do we be that inspiration, that guiding light? Because a lot of people are just really scared. It's really hard to let go of beliefs we've just always had. It's just the way we've always believed. So I was born and raised in a religious cult, and I got out, so I know very well about religious cults. And then I ran a support group every month for 9 years, helping people actually, literally save their lives who didn't commit suicide. So we don't want to leave on a grumpy note like that, do we? Let's measure your amusement. Amusement is a very helpful tool that helps us to look at things in a completely different light. Let's see where your amusement is. It's only at 50%. We want our amusement to be at 100%. So then we could just laugh at all the ironies in life. There's a lot, right? So let's clear that serious energy at your root chakra. And so let's go out to the 3rd layer at your root, and we're just going to pull in all of that serious energy that's taking all of this very seriously. Death is a serious thing, all these serious things. We're just going to dump all that down the grounding cord. It's all meant to just try and scare you and keep you off track and out of your center, distracted. Just dump all that down the grounding cord. I need one of those little buttons that make a flush the toilet sound. Okay, we just flush all that down the toilet. Okay, as you can see, I'm amused. Where's amusement now? 100%. Woohoo! Okay, on that note, we will leave you until Friday. In the meantime, if you haven't gotten the book, get it. It's going to be awesome. It vibrates at infinity, every chapter. I made sure of that. So here's to your ultimate power and your stepping into your greatness. See you on Friday. Sending much love. Namaste.